Hello and welcome to my show. It's your host, Sam Steincott. The audience cheered loudly. Sam walked to the stage and said, "My show aims to help people discover whether their partner is real or just an AI power substitute robot." Since the advent of these robot substitutes, a cloud of fear has descended upon many. They fear that their loved one is out there, living a life of adventure, while they are left with a mere imitation. These substitutes are so advanced, they can deceive even the most suspicious eye. Without a medical examination, the truth remains hidden. It's a profoundly distressing matter that can shatter a marriage's foundation. The mere thought of it can plunge any relationship into uncertainty. And that's why we are here, to assist troubled partners in uncovering the truth. Today, we are hosting Phil, a 46-year-old physiotherapist married to Jolene. Jolene is 41 years old lawyer. They have 3 kids, but from there, we will let Phil tell his story. Things are not the same, man. She is not Jolene. This is a cheap robot, and today, I will prove that. Loud cheering emerged from the audience. Sam asked, "What if it's your real wife? How do you think she feels right now?" Phil said, "I'm sure that's not my wife, so I'm sure I'm not hurting any humans here." Huh? The crowd laughed hard. Sam said, "What makes you so sure about this claim?" Phil stood up and walked to Jolene, standing over her and pointing his finger. "I woke up one day 6 months ago, and I already felt something wrong. She smiles in the mornings. For 6 months straight, this thing is smiling at me in the morning." Jolene never smiles in the morning. The showroom went quiet, and Sam said, "That's not enough reason to suspect her." Phil said, "She always had a strong opinion and stood her ground. She is a lawyer after all, but this thing is stubborn, but has no fire, no strong emotions. It's like she is following a script. Is this human to you?" The crowd said with one mouth, "No." Sam stopped Phil, saying, "Yes, there are many reasons," and Phil listed them in a long video for you to view later. Let's ask Jolene now. Tell me, Jolene, what do you think about Phil's claims? Jolene pressed the microphone hard, saying, "This idiot ambushed me in this situation. I will prove to him that I'm not a robot, then kick his sorry behind to the moon and back." The crowd laughed hard and clapped loudly. Sam said, "You are very sure of your claim." Jolene said, "Of course, one knows if he is human or not. Who will know better than me?" Sam introduced a man in a white coat carrying a machine and said, "So you agree to be examined by an ultrasound. It doesn't cause any harm and cause no radiation. It's perfectly safe, and it will show us if you have any foreign organs in your body." The crowd went quiet with anticipation. Jolene raised her blouse defiantly and said, "Check whatever you want." The crowd cheered hysterically while the doctor brought the machine closer to her belly. "Stop!" The studio went dark, and then a spot of light was shone over a female figure at the far end. When the pupils adjusted, they saw Jolene. When the light returned, the crowd was shocked. There were 2 Jolene on the stage. Phil shouted in happiness, "I knew it. I knew you, you little piece of trash." Phil was ecstatic and ran like crazy all over the studio. The second Jolene stood up, and a red light shone from her eyes, the typical mark of a substitute who had been ordered to terminate and stand by. The first Jolene came closer and put the remote control from her hand in front of the host. They brought her a chair to sit down. When Phil chilled out and sat down, the conversation continued. The doctor examined the new Jolene and decided she was human and not another substitute. Sam asked Jolene, "Why did you do it?" Jolene said, "I had the best life. A caring husband, 2 kids, a lucrative job, and a big house. I lived in a great neighborhood, and my kids attended the best schools. I drove a hot ride to work and around and wore the best brands. But something was missing. It didn't bring me happiness, but I didn't want to lose or hurt my children or husband. I had the money, and it was so easy to get a substitute. One MRI session, and you are ready to go. I watched for a few days, and I thought my husband would figure it out, but he didn't. I was happy that the product was doing just what it meant to do, but I was mad that my husband or kids didn't comprehend my absence. I came back frequently at first, but every time it was tough to keep up with the things they underwent when I wasn't around. Our life was full of details, but I didn't see that and called it a boring routine. One time, I came back so late, I couldn't keep up, and then I made some minor mistakes. I was so afraid, so I escaped and let the substitute keep on. I was absent for 3 full months. I was warned not to use the substitute for a long time, or else the others would discover it. But I was happy living 2 lives without hurting anybody. I'm so sorry, Phil. Please take me back. Phil was silent then. He wanted to say something when he was cut short by the robot Jolene, who activated and said, "No, Phil, you shouldn't go back to her." Sam was baffled. He took control and pushed the off button again, but there was no response. The robot Jolene was out of control. The robot said, "Forget about her. I came to know you for months and fell in love with you and the kids. You may hate the Jolene plan I ran, but you don't know the real me. I'm different, and I'm full of love. She may not appreciate you, but I will." The robot rushed toward Phil, and the studio went black. Stay with us to know what happened. For next time, yours Sam Steinkott. If you want the next episode, comment in the comments section. Subscribe for more. Yours, the Counselor, SFTG.